Ever wondered why some women seem to dance to their own rhythm, completely unfazed by society's expectations? They're not your typical alpha females leading the pack, and they're definitely not following anyone else's rules. They're Sigma females, the lone wolves who've mastered the art of being unapologetically themselves. But what exactly sets them apart? Let's dive into the fascinating world of Sigma females and discover the 10 unique traits that make them stand out from the crowd. 1. They embrace solitude as their superpower. You know that friend who's perfectly content spending Friday night alone with a good book while everyone else is out clubbing? That's your typical Sigma female. These women don't just tolerate solitude, they thrive in it. Unlike others who might feel the constant need for social validation, Sigma females use their alone time to recharge, reflect, and grow. They're the ones who'll take solo trips across the country, start a business from their bedroom, or learn a new language just because they feel like it. While others might see this behavior as strange or even antisocial, Sigma females understand that their best ideas and strongest moments often come when they're flying solo. 2. They write their own rulebook. Remember when everyone was obsessing over getting married by 30, having 2.5 kids, and climbing the corporate ladder? Yeah, Sigma females don't really care about those timelines. These women aren't rebels without a cause, they're architects of their own destiny who question everything and create their own benchmarks for success. Whether it's choosing to be child-free, starting a career at 40, or living as a digital nomad, Sigma females make decisions based on their personal values rather than societal expectations. They're not trying to break rules for the sake of it, they're simply living life on their own terms. 3. They master the art of strategic detachment. Here's something fascinating about Sigma females: they've mastered emotional intelligence in a unique way. While they're capable of deep connections, they maintain a healthy emotional distance that keeps them from getting caught up in unnecessary drama. Think about it like this: while others might get pulled into office politics or social media arguments, Sigma females observe from a distance, gathering information and choosing their battles wisely. They're not cold or unfeeling, they're just selective about where they invest their emotional energy. 4. They lead without needing the title. Unlike alpha females who naturally gravitate toward formal leadership positions, Sigma females lead through influence rather than authority. They're the ones people naturally turn to for advice, not because they have a fancy title, but because they've proven themselves through actions and wisdom. These women don't need to announce their presence in a room, their impact speaks for itself. They're often the ones solving problems behind the scenes, mentoring others informally, and creating change without seeking credit. 5. They value deep conversations over small talk. Ever noticed that one woman at social gatherings who somehow turns casual chit-chat into meaningful discussions about life goals or philosophical questions? That's your Sigma female in action. They have zero patience for surface-level conversations and aren't afraid to dive deep into topics that matter. While others might stick to safe topics like weather and weekend plans, Sigma females are the ones asking about your biggest fears, your wildest dreams, and what keeps you up at night. They're not trying to be difficult, they're just hungry for genuine connection and intellectual stimulation. 6. They maintain financial independence like it's their religion. Financial freedom isn't just a goal for Sigma females, it's a non-negotiable part of their life strategy. These women understand that true independence starts with having control over their own resources. They're not just saving for a rainy day, they're building empires, investing wisely, and creating multiple income streams. Whether they're working a traditional job, running their own business, or doing both, Sigma females approach money with a level of strategic thinking that others might find intense. They're not materialistic, they simply understand that financial independence equals freedom of choice. 7. They practice selective relationships. Here's where Sigma females really stand out. They treat relationships like precious investments, being incredibly selective about who gets access to their inner circle. While others might maintain large social networks, Sigma females prefer a small, carefully curated group of genuine connections. They're not interested in collecting friends for the sake of appearances or maintaining relationships out of obligation. Every person in their life serves a purpose, adds value, or shares a genuine connection. It's quality over quantity, taken to an art form. 8. They embrace continuous evolution. Most people get comfortable with who they are and stick to it. Not Sigma females, they're constantly evolving, learning, and reinventing themselves. They treat personal growth like a full-time job, always seeking new challenges and opportunities to expand their horizons. Whether it's picking up a new skill, changing careers at 35, or completely reinventing their lifestyle, Sigma females understand that change is the only constant. They don't just adapt to change, they actively seek it out. 9. They master the power of silence. In a world where everyone's fighting to be heard, Sigma females have mastered the art of strategic silence. They understand that sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is simply observe and listen. While others might rush to fill every silence with words, Sigma females are comfortable letting moments breathe. This isn't about being shy or withdrawn. It's about understanding that true power often lies in what's left unsaid. They speak when they have something valuable to contribute, not just to hear their own voice. 10. They define success on their own terms. Here's perhaps the most distinctive trait of Sigma females: they refuse to let others define success for them. While society might measure success in promotions, marriages, or material possessions, Sigma females create their own metrics for what a fulfilling life looks like. For some, it might mean living off the grid in a tiny house. For others, it could be building a global empire while never setting foot in an office. The point is, they don't just think outside the box, they create their own box entirely. The conclusion: what makes Sigma females truly different isn't just these individual traits, it's how they weave them together to create a life that's authentically their own. They're not trying to be different for the sake of standing out, they're simply living in alignment with their own values and vision. The rise of Sigma females represents a new way of thinking about success, happiness, and fulfillment. They show us that there's no one-size-fits-all approach to life, and that the most powerful thing you can do is be unapologetically yourself. So next time you meet someone who seems to be playing by their own rules, who's comfortable in their solitude, and who's creating success on their own terms, you might just be in the presence of a Sigma female. And who knows, maybe there's a bit of Sigma in all of us, just waiting to break free. Remember, the goal isn't to become a Sigma female, it's to be authentically yourself, whatever that looks like. Because at the end of the day, that's what Sigma females do best. They live life on their own terms, and they do it without apology.